Good afternoon and welcome to Hope Lives Here. This is Apostle Dolores Kendrick coming, just giving you some more words of wisdom, just some little nuggets, practical tools that will help you in your journey in life. Today we're going to talk about, again, getting stuck. We talked Tuesday about getting stuck in situations that you cannot seem to get out of. Have you ever volunteered to do something and your heart was right in it and it's for a good cause, only to get stuck realizing that you got over your head? You got in over your head and you wish you would have not said you would help or do whatever it was, the project, but you already had said it. People are waiting for you, looking for you to accomplish this, and you are so busy with your schedule that you already have that you have added more work upon yourself. This happens all the time. And hopefully, I can help you to know how to be careful about getting into situations, even though your heart is right. I believe it was one of the classic writers that said, good intentions doesn't make a fair play. And I have come to realize that is so true. In other words, what he was saying is your heart is right, but you messed up by speaking before you thought the thing out. Speaking for actually before you checked your calendar. Sometimes we take time to, if we would take time to think things out, we would be able to adjust our calendar or find out that I could put this to a later date, or can I do this next month, or can I do this in intervals, just not, having a certain date for it. Just check it out and making sure that you're able to fulfill your commitment that you gave to the person or the organization. I can understand more why doctors and different professional people, when you have appointments, that they send you a confirmation now, because they know people are so busy and they also forget their appointments, forget their schedules because they haven't put them down. And even when you put them down, you can easily forget, right? Many places, they will charge you if you are over 15 or 20 minutes late because you have just came into uh, another person's schedule who is going to be on time. And that throws their appointments totally off. So we can bring stress actually on ourselves because we do not know how to manage our time. Sometimes we can bring stress not only on ourselves but upon the person. We can bring stress upon ourselves because many times we procrastinate. And I have formed a habit actually to set my watch. I set my watch 15 minutes ahead. I've done this over the years, so I will not be late for meetings or having people to have to wait for me. Sure, there's times that I am late for an appointment, but this is not just a reoccurring thing, okay? When this becomes a reoccurrence of always being late for an appointment, you're showing actually not meaning to, but you're showing disrespect for those that you're meeting with that have been there waiting for you, and they have other appointments that they have to keep. And nine times out of 10, um, you're not prepared when you get there, unorganized. Plus, you become known as a person who is always late and not dependable, and people can't depend upon you. And this is something that we do not want to, um, you know, someone to look at us and say, oh, that one, well, let's not depend upon them because we know that they will not be punctual. If you know you should be someplace, say, let's say at 1 o'clock, why start getting dressed at 12:30? When you know that it takes you about 45, some people to an hour to get dressed and 40 minutes to drive to your destination. Of course, that's if traffic is good. Sometimes we have appointments, say at 1 o'clock, and we start cooking at 12. We know we cannot finish cooking in that length of time, get dressed, and go through traffic and make our appointment. So we have to just think, just stop and think. What do I have to do to be ready to leave home to be at a place on time? A couple of days ago, I was overlapping my appointments in counseling, and there were emergency calls that were coming in. And I looked like I'd never had so many that long distance calls that were coming in, scheduled calling. And for a while, I had people on hold, people I was emailing to, and it became quite overwhelming. This doesn't happen all the time to me, but it was overwhelming, all the different calls that was coming in. I can't imagine that being a continual occurrence for just reoccurrence, just happening for someone over and over and over and over. It causes anxiety, it causes stress. There's so much going on today that we must be careful to arrange our time in a different way. Give ourselves time for appointments and also relationships. If not, you're going to find yourself stressed out and just running here and there, trying to get things in. There's only so many hours in a day, and we're trying to cram so much more in our time. I remember, I think it was Charles Spurgeon, the classic writer, that powerful minister, that said that he was so overwhelmed with appointments and he was just overlapping. He'd get up and he'd look at his calendar and he just said, how in the world am I going to fit all this in? So he always spent at least 1 hour before the Lord in prayer, sometimes two. And he says, what I had to do was increase my hours in prayer. So I got up an hour earlier and I prayed longer than I had in the past, asking God to direct me in my scheduling and clear out unnecessary calls. To his surprise that day, there was much cancellation, and he was able to reschedule and rearrange his appointments. And I think this is something that we need to do because many times we shorten our time in prayer rather than increase our time in prayer because we think, well, I don't have enough time to pray. I need to just say a quick prayer and run out. That is a mistake. Do not decrease your prayer time, increase it, and God will teach you how to manage your time, set your appointments where you do not be running all over the place, right? Some things you can do to change. Looks like it actually, in a way, it is disrespectful and not caring about others by the way we process our time. Habits, habits of always being late or rush needs fixing, rushing. First, see it just as that. I want you to see it as being disrespectful, whether you want to or not, or whether you this is your heart's desire or not. No, of course it isn't. But what is others seeing, and what is actually you have to see this. Yes, I'm being disrespectful of others' time. I am putting them on a waiting list for me, and it looks as though you really do not care about others who have to wait all the time for you to get someplace or to do a project or complete something. See it as it really is and take the responsibility for it. Take ownership for it. Ask God's forgiveness first to help you, to really help you. Arranging your schedule where you have time to breathe, you have time to eat in a not quick manner that causes problems in your body. Take a rest from the computer. Yes, we can get so addicted, so at that computer that we find ourselves dead. I've spoke of this before, and the reason I'm saying it again is because there's too much sickness. There's too many things that are attacking us. And it's all because we are not taking care of this body that is not ours. This body is the Lord's. And we want to keep it healthy. Many things that we can avoid, many illnesses we can avoid if we would take care of this body. Time. Get a rest. I know you're working and there's a big demand on you, but you're going to have to find time to take your eyes off of that computer and go off that phone and go and breathe, and just if it's for just 10 minutes intervals, you will find it will make a difference. Okay, but getting back to being late all the time, this isn't cool. Whether it's to a party, a business appointment, work, or a date, whatever it is, begin to keep a calendar and a reminder of the function or the event that you have for that day. Prepare the night before. This is really good to do, and this might seem why. You will find it will make a difference. Prepare what you're going to wear the night before. Now, we as women, we know that we can go through clothes like this looking for the right thing to wear. This is whether you're on virtual or physically going to an appointment. Your attire should always be appropriate for the occasion. So because we are virtual now, do not get sloppy with your appearance. Don't just come out always in sweats. Yeah, I know that's what's going on now, but just come on, let's look when we come before in our meeting. Let's have our attire that's presentable, and it'll make you feel better. Go to bed at a decent hour so you have enough rest. If you have a problem getting up, set that alarm, but set it away from you. Do not put it right by your bed where you'll have to get up and go to it and turn it off. This will make a difference. This will make a difference. When you have to walk there, go right to the shower. Something about a shower that refreshes you. Something about a shower that just changes and opens. You know how that is. Just you're ready for the day. And so these are just little practical things that will help you. I want to continue on this this week. I want to continue to share about this because I believe that it will really help you. Just little practical things, but the time is up right now. But next time we come together, I will continue this. Amen. So my prayer is today that you will just take these little practical wisdom, just little nuggets, and that you would just try it and see that it will make a difference in your stress level and your running, and just come on. We need to get it together, okay? So God bless you, and have a beautiful, beautiful afternoon, and I will see you next time.